most men hate their wives, and the reason why they hate their wives is, it is partially. I'm not gonna excuse them because it is their fault. For a good majority of it, it is their fault. But they hate their wives because their wives are fucking annoying. Okay, women have this thing where they blame men for basically everything. All right, that a man is supposed to love them unconditionally, no matter fucking what. The man is supposed to love them. All right, but at the end of the day, you gotta be a decent human being, bro, because some women provide literally no peace in the household. And if you end up with a woman that provides no peace in the household, you know, but she once provided peace in the household, now you have to divorce the bitch. Now you have to do all of this bullshit. Have it to the kids. You have to split so many assets. All of this shit. Your kids grow up in a broken home, or not broken home, but like, split home. All this bullshit. In my opinion, what I would do in that situation, I would, if I was married, it's raps. I'm just breaking up with you because you're providing no peace. Maybe you're pretty, maybe you're sexy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the sex is good. Maybe you're pretty funny. I guess sometimes when you're not annoying the fuck out of me. But I'm gonna talk it out, and that is what I recommend for y'all if you're in a situation. If you're in a situation, I recommend you talk it out. All right, you try to get this woman to be more fucking peaceful, not fucking blow your brains out through screaming at you, not literally ear fuck you all day. All right, you talk to her. You should be like, look, I don't like when you do this and that. You guys try to work on it. If she doesn't want to work on it, break up with her immediately. But if she does try to work on it, then what I'm saying, you give her the opportunity. You let her work. You work on it together, etc., etc., etc. And if she changes, that's sunshines and rainbows for you. That's amazing. If she doesn't change, break up with her. Okay. Again, if she doesn't want to even try to do change or doesn't acknowledge the fact that it's a problem, break up with her. Because human beings that cannot accept or realize or recognize that peace is extremely fucking important, and that without it, it's hard to function in a relationship. Those people are terrible people. Those are people you shouldn't be with, bro. Those are people who still need to grow the fuck up, and you don't have to be their parent to teach them how to grow up and go through all this bullshit and like just like grind that bitch out. You don't have to be, bro. Okay, you don't have to, unless you really fucking want to for some reason. You're Mr. Fix a bitch. But uh, if you're just regular guy, then I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that. Now look, that's for if you're just in a relationship. Even if you've been together for 5 years, 6 years, not married, break up with the bitch. Okay, you don't have to do it. You just break up with her, right? She might be a little, it might be a little heartache, but like just break up with her, right? Because at the end of the day, peace is extremely important. At the end of the day, your mind can't rely off of dopamine and that rush every single fucking second of the day. Sometimes you need peace. When you're cuddling with her, not getting that dopamine because you can't do it all the fucking time. We're not getting that dopamine. What do you need? You need peace. When you're cuddling with her, you don't have to fucking you don't have to be stressed out. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be cuddling with her because you're stressed out because she's screaming at you on the way at the entrance to your home when you came back from work. Like, what the fuck is this? Okay, so just break up with the bitch. You know what I'm saying? If it's that situation, I don't care how many years you've been. If you're like married recently, then just fucking just divorce the bitch. I don't care if you like, because if you don't have kids and you haven't been married for like an extremely long time and she probably like still works, then marriage that 50-50 split probably doesn't exist. Okay, because people have this misconception that in a divorce it's immediately 50-50. It's not. Okay, the situation where it is like around 50-50 or somewhere close to there is when you have kids, you've been together for a long time, and the woman just, didn't work for that time. That's when it turns into a 50-50 split. And again, just divorce her. If she doesn't want to do what I just explained to you, working through it. If not work, if she doesn't want to work through it, just break up with her. If she tries to work through it but doesn't fix it, and it constantly doesn't fix it, or tries but then stops trying, then break up with her. Again, that's the same thing for the marriage shit. But if you've been together for a long time, I'll be honest, cause I would just eat that shit up, and it's easy for me to talk in this situation. I'm a bitch. I don't know. Like, you can call me a bitch. I don't know. But in that situation, damn man, you're kind of just fucked. In that situation, it sucks. I would take the hit. just looking at it, like, logically, I would take the hit. I don't want to be with somebody who's 40 years old, grown ass fucking woman, and doesn't and doesn't acknowledge the fact that you don't want to be getting screamed at in the ear. You come back from work, you work on Sundays, and by work on Sundays, I mean, like, you have your day off on Sundays, but you decide to just go into the garage, go in the backyard, work on some shit because you cannot stand being home. You know how terrible that is? You know how fucking terrible that is, that you ask your boss for over fucking time because you rather get that money, be a bit more secure, than go home and rest. Your home should be your resting place. Your home should be your zen, your I don't even know what the fuck zen is. Your home. I don't even know what the home means, but it sounds peaceful. Your home should be peaceful. Your wife should be peaceful. At the end of the day, I feel like it's worth divorcing, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, fuck them kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but I say fuck them kids, I mean, like, fuck them kids a little bit, okay? Like, them kids, they could go over there and fuck off for, like, a little bit. But then you still have to take care of them because you're their father. You put them into this earth, right? So, like, but in terms of, like, you know, households being split, if those kids are scarred by that, tell them to shut the fuck up because a house being split ain't that fucking difficult, bro. It ain't that fucking difficult, okay? A ton of kids in America go through that bullshit, okay? So saving with that bullshit, okay? My house would basically split because my dad would go weeks without fucking coming home. Or he'd come home at night because he didn't want to see us, probably. Like, I basically grew up in a split house. Well, shit's nothing, bro. It's just nothing, gang. Unless your mom is terrible. My mom was kind of like, she's kind of terrible in the beginning because she would work hard, which is cool. But in terms of actually being a mother, she was kind of, because she screamed all the fucking time. Whatever. Fuck me. Fuck me. Okay? But that would be my advice for those men. You know what I'm saying? If you work 6 days out of the week slaving away, and then on your only day off you decide to go just find something to work on the car, find something to build with your tools in your garage, then you gotta go. You gotta go. It's a valid reason. I'm telling you, it's a valid reason to go. Y'all have a good one. Peace.